Honestly, the squads was like such a special competition. It was, you know, those moments in time where like you're never gonna forget that moment, and it was just perfect as it was. Like the girls that were in my squad, I loved them to bits. Even the girls of the other squad, like I got to get closer with them and get to know them as well. And I think that's something that's really unique with women's jiu-jitsu. Maybe it happens in men's jiu-jitsu, but I think what we're realizing is we really need to embrace that, like that there's this two sides. There's always going to be two sides to women's jiu-jitsu. We're never gonna just be able to be like cold towards our opponents all the time. At least not all of us. That's not how I function. So it's finding this way to like compete against people that you also respect and think are really cool and like actually are friends with as well. So the squads event was really cool because there was a lot of girls that I've like I said, they had Nia, Selma, Ani. We've all fought against each other multiple times. So it was really cool to be able to be on the same team for once and be like, okay, cool. Now we can actually genuinely root for each other. So the whole weekend was incredible, and then the show itself was like one of the best in Polaris history, I think. And seeing all the little girls like being inspired by it as well, because obviously when I was a white belt, I didn't start as a kid, but when I was a white belt starting out, I had like I remember I was like obsessed with Mackenzie Dern, but that was like the only person at that point that actually I had as like an idol. And then I met like Claudia Doval, and I started watching Fion, and I was like, oh, these women are amazing. But I never had like contact with them, or like I never got to see them, and I didn't get to see such a huge variety. Where I think now, like you look at the squad, there's so many different types of women on the squads between the two teams, different personalities, different looks, different vibes. And I think for kids, for girls, for younger belts as well, to be able to see that is like freaking awesome. Like to be able to be like, oh, yeah, there's so much space for me up there at the top.